Hi, welcome back to my channel. We've all heard that the saddest 6-word story is for sale, baby shoes, never worn. But maybe the most grating 6-word story is Dave Portnoy back in the news. I like sports. It's pretty well documented at this point that baseball is my favorite, but I follow the W and the NFL, and I'm at least passively aware of what's going on in the NHL and the MNBA. If you also watch sports, you know that inevitably you are exposed to the cancers that are Barstool Sports and its owner, Dave Portnoy. If you're unfamiliar, Barstool Sports is a media company that is ostensibly about sports, but is actually about gambling, saying inflammatory things, and stealing other people's content. It should come as no surprise that Dave Portnoy, who founded Barstool in 2003, is a fan of doing all of those things. The big reason he was back in the news, the reason that I'm making this video, he had to clarify that he didn't actually want an NFL coach to be murdered.
Anybody who thought I was actually calling for him to be murdered and killed so he couldn't breathe, you misread this situation, and I apologize.
That's where we're starting. On December 7th, he posted this video with the caption, "Prison for everybody. That's the biggest rig job I've ever seen. Investigate the NFL, investigate Pete Carroll, investigate the Raiders." How presidential.
That's the worst beat of all time. And you have to investigate the Raiders. Investigate the Raiders. What are they doing? What the fuck?
What a little crybaby. In case you were wondering, no, he is not a fan of the Raiders, nor is he a fan of the team the Raiders were playing.
I gotta rewind this.
I'm so mad, I don't even have the clip prepared. I'm pissed.
That's the worst fucking beat of all time. This is the worst beat of all time. Pete Carroll should be in fucking prison. Prison for Pete Carroll. The refs, everybody. This is prison.
Now this is prison.
This is prison. There's 16 seconds left in the game. By the way, the play before this, there was fucking 20 seconds. They threw it. Prison.
Oh, the play before this, there was 20 seconds. Prison. I understand now.
They spiked the ball, by the way. They ran up and spiked it as a tempo. Prison Pete Carroll. Murder Pete Carroll. I want Pete Carroll murdered. Can you see this play right here?
You're not going to believe this, Dave. I actually can't see it because you're not filming the TV. You're filming you.
10, 9, 8. Scramble, throws it down. Game's over.
10. The game clock is at 14 when he starts the countdown.
10, 9, 8. Scramble, throws it down. Game's over.
There are 9 seconds left when he says the game's over. You could do a play in 9 seconds.
What the hell? And then they run out the field goal unit, kick a field goal with no time left. Prison!
What a little crybaby. The only connection he has on this game is that he bet money that the Raiders would lose by more than 8.5 points.
The spread's 8.5. Murder Pete Carroll. They call a delay a game with 4 seconds. The game was over. The game was over. What the hell? And then they run out the field goal unit, kick a field goal with no time left.
That's what the NFL needs, is less teams trying to win their game and more teams trying to cover the spread.
I want Pete Carroll murdered.
I've seen someone do something bad and think of that moment in Challengers where Tashi Duncan says, "You have a better shot with a handgun in your mouth," even when I don't want actual harm to befall that person. I'm human. We can get a little sick and twisted. We can have some Joker-esque thoughts. But I'm never posting those thoughts to 3.7 million followers saying that a specific person should be executed. That's where I feel like things get a little bit different.
I want Pete Carroll murdered.
And it's not even just this video. In a second video with a much calmer tone, Dave Portnoy says that if he ever saw Pete Carroll, he would punch him in the face.
The clock should run out. They can't get up to spike it. They can't even, to be honest, get close. Pete Carroll, you're a piece of shit. Pete Carroll is one of the great scumbags. I would honestly punch Pete Carroll right in his fucking old fucking face if I saw him. We never want physical harm to anybody based on a decision, a play, anything.
Murder Pete Carroll.
This guy is regularly on television and has so much more access to sports personalities and players and coaches than the average fan does. Him seeing Pete Carroll isn't some far off fantasy. It's a phone call away. I'm not even gonna say in a video that I'd tickle Drew Gooden if I ever saw him. And we just live on the same coast and post on the same website. People keep commenting saying that they think my videos are his. I wonder if that's ever happened to him. If he ever got like compared to some other white guy who posts YouTube videos. Probably not. The worst part of this whole rant is Dave is 1,000% wrong.
This guy, prison. This ref, prison. Pete Carroll, prison. NFL, prison. This is the most rigged game I've ever seen in my entire life.
The most rigged game he's seen in his entire life is a game where the refs made the right call, where that call did not affect the final outcome of the game, where the losing team put themselves in the best position to score some points or win the game, and where the team that was already winning won. The only people who this affected were people who were gambling on the spread and people who had the Raiders kicker on their fantasy football team. And if the Raiders kicker getting an extra 3 points is what it took for you to win 1 week, I'm happy for you. You probably had a rough season. Again, he did say,
Anybody who thought I was actually calling for him to be murdered and killed so he couldn't breathe.
as opposed to like, yeah, he's been murdered and killed, but he can still breathe, Your Honor.
We've always been anti-murder here at Barstool. We will continue to be anti-murder.
And I've never seen someone take such a meaningfully brave stand. But it's hard to take that seriously when back in June, Dave said that he hopes a civilian gets struck by a missile.
Jump on Greta Van Thorsten or whatever that girl, she's sailing there. Like whoever that fucking, I hope they hit a fucking, like, a missile on her boat.
And of course, he did not offer any sort of "we are anti-murder" apology after wishing death on Greta Thunberg, because he would never apologize to a woman. If Dave was just a guy from Massachusetts who was richer than he thought he'd ever be, and gambled more on sports than he probably should, and cared too much about his sports team, that'd be fine. That's what people from Massachusetts are supposed to be. You know, there's not a whole lot of lukewarm Patriots fans out there. But that's not who he is. You think the guy who said, "even though I never condone rape," if you're a size 6 and you're wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped, right? You think that guy would ever apologize to a woman? Unsurprisingly, most of the saying inflammatory things at Barstool is saying inflammatory things to and about women. Dave will spice things up every once in a while and go, "So, I'm gonna say something that's racist." Normally, you hear a white guy from Mass say, "not to be racist, but Dave just goes, "nah, this is racist, but I still need to say it." The fratty guys sitting at the bar watching sports attitude at Barstool is something that Dave is very intentional about. It means that you've got these guys in their 30s and 40s talking about women the way boys with undercooked prefrontal cortexes do. Even worse, at Barstool, they're doing it for an audience of millions, and Dave's the owner of a website that publishes articles like "Slut Reporter Drinks Cam Newton's Jizz." There's the hate campaigns levied against any woman Dave perceives has wronged him. And then there's this, what are we doing here? Why are you running cover for Harvey Weinstein? Nobody's rushing to defend that guy. Dave himself even said, "I'm not Harvey Weinstein." And thank God he knows that Harvey Weinstein did bad things. The bar has never been lower. There are allegations against Dave Portnoy from 5 women who claim Dave filmed them during sex without their consent. The text messages and experiences from those women in the articles about the allegations are heartbreaking and unfortunately not very surprising. Neither is the reason one woman gives for not speaking out sooner. It's Dave Portnoy. Everyone kind of knows if you go against him, it never turns out well. He's basically built his brand around that idea. Like, you don't mess with him. Dave filed a lawsuit against Business Insider, who published the article, and the case was dismissed. He then filed an appeal, but eventually he dropped it. Reading anything Dave has said about women and the experiences of the women in the article, it's not hard to understand how Dave feels about women, no matter how much he insists it's satire and he's just joking.
The success of Barstool and yourself is based on not being afraid to offend, right? Speech is speech, a joke is a joke. Do you see a connection between what you unleashed and what you now have to deal with?
No, because I think Barstool and myself has always had a pretty good moral compass. So we've never stood for hate or anything of that ilk. Making jokes that you are trying to hurt people's feelings and are based in hate, that's never flown with us.
Hey man, what do you mean? What are you possibly talking about? You can't be the guy who's bringing back the word and be like, well, we would never want to hurt anyone's feelings. And no, he wasn't using in the fun way, the way that people do now to describe like a very chic outfit. You don't get to traffic exclusively in hate and then wonder why your right-wing fan base might be a little anti-Semitic. He's a crybaby. He can say whatever he wants, but no one could hurt his precious widow feelings. He's an honest man. An honest gambling man. This is a good segue. I can't even really be mad at Dave or Barstool in general for promoting gambling because everyone in sports media promotes gambling now. It's just a part of the game. It's part of the pre-show now. It's on the ticker as sports shows talk about players being fined or suspended for gambling. It's the name of the network where the sports are played. I can't wait till they change the name of Yankee Stadium to the BetMGM Coliseum.
FanDuel is a portal to hell.
He is right. But it is very funny watching Dave Portnoy get all excited about his parlay, where you could turn $10 into $99, $114, $172. And over the 18 weeks of the NFL season, if you would have put down $10 on each of Dave's 18 parlays, you would end up losing $180. You would lose all of them. It's so funny to watch him in week 7 be like, I'm due. It's gotta hit this week.
Staring up at the sky, picking up seashells, trying to hear a whisper of a winner. I haven't won all season. I've not won a parlay all season. Are the odds with me finally? Am I due? I would say I'm due.
And then him lose that week and the next 11 weeks.
I want to win. People are like, oh, DK, this is... No, this is my money, and I'm putting a ton. I put 25 grand on this bad boy. I want to win. I'm hoping this change in scenery changes my luck. Last week, should have won. Let's get that first W. Let's get it. I haven't won a parlay all season. Business, business, business. We're going to get a win in Tampa, and we're going to get a first parlay of the season. The boo birds are booing. You stink. You're bankrupting us. My wife left me. Let's get a win today. Maybe a change of atmosphere finally helps with my NFL parlay. Today's the day. Listen, I haven't won all season. Nobody feels worse about than me. If we win this, we're so far up on the season. It's all gravy. It's all cookie. It's all cake. I just need one. We're due. We are due to get a break. We are due to get a break. Say it with me one more time. We are due to catch a break. If your significant other or whatever is like, Dave's a loser, just say, repeat with me, we are due to catch a break. All right, I'm 0 for 15. 0 for 15 on the season on these NFL parlays that have been given out. It's been a disastrous Sunday parlay pick'em. For all the people who are living in the shoebox, whose girlfriend, whose wives are like, stop tailing Dave, I apologize. But here's the thing. We win today. We're even on the season. Last week of the NFL season, I haven't won all season. This is it. I will go down with this ship. I will not surrender.
But it's not even like he's actually losing money. He's getting paid to give you the losing bet. It doesn't really matter to DraftKings if Dave Portnoy gives you a good bet or not. He could have all the knowledge in the world, and all you need is one leg going wrong to ruin the entire parlay. The thing is, Dave doesn't have all the knowledge in the world. He's just some guy. His parlays aren't any more or less likely to hit than the parlay Scrat whispers to me in the night. I'm not taking the over on Matt Hasselbeck rushing yards. The dude retired a decade ago. I've only ever seen these gambling partnerships result in people promoting parlays because those are the most profitable for the sports books. Foolish Bailey made a video where he tracked all the parlays MLB Network advertised on their pregame shows, and while you wouldn't lose all of your money, if you bet $10 on each of those, you'd be down around $100. Losing $100 on 30 odd bets isn't terrible, and it would definitely keep you more interested in a Guardians-Twins game deep into September, but that's not even the point. The most important thing these parlay picks do is they build the habit of placing parlays. This data is from an article in the Washington Post, and it shows that even when parlays account for a small amount of total dollars wagered, they are a huge part of profits for the sportsbook. As you add more legs, the sportsbook takes more and more off the top, and that's just if you win. If you lose, they get all your money. If you're gambling and you're just tailing regular people, you're gonna lose money. It's not like the stock market where whatever Jim Cramer tells you to do, you just do the opposite. If you bet that Dave's parlay wouldn't hit, the payout for that would be like a wooden nickel. As far as stealing content goes, Barstool was sued for copyright infringement 11 times between 2016 and 2018, and an investigation from the Daily Beast in 2023 found that they had more than 40 anonymous accounts they were using to freeboot and rip content. And because they would just embed from the anonymous account, the official Barstool accounts wouldn't get any of the copyright strikes for stealing content. They're pretty notorious for stealing at this point, and why wouldn't they? It's part of Barstool's identity. You go there to see clips and highlights, and they've been getting away with it for so long. Why would they want to post their own stuff when they can just aggregate the things that people actually want to see? Barstool's blog is full of great articles, like a woman is going viral for saying that a man must be up and already doing something productive by 7 a.m. Hard-hitting journalism. Or this one, a woman is going viral for saying that a man must be... Did they run out of clickbait? Okay, last thing. In an interview with NPR, Dave really spells out his whole worldview.
You talk about your feeling that the political left makes, I believe the phrase was, normal white guys feel like you're evil or bad or something like that.
Yeah, I'd stand by that. I started a business from scratch and really didn't get any help, moved home, worked, didn't take a vacation day for 10 years and grinded my ass off to get where it is. And I felt that I should somehow have shame as being a white person who wants to make a lot of money and live a great life.
It's not enough that he's rich and famous and successful and he gets to be on TV and he can watch any sports game from any seat in any stadium he wants to, and he owns multiple properties in multiple states, and he owns a horse, because why not? People don't dislike you because you own a business and you've made a lot of money. People dislike you because of the things that you say and do. White guy to white guy? I promise it's not that. I promise it's because of your personality. I didn't even have to bring up the clip of you using the N-word, which I know you hate. Not that he hates the clip. He hates that people continue to bring up the fact that he's used the N-word multiple times.
There is context to things. There's more texture to things. And a lot of times I feel like in this internet age, it just gets blown out. I mean, that clip still gets used against me. If someone doesn't like me, I hear that every time.
It's your personality.
Asshole. Asshole. Asshole.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you wouldn't mind leaving a like, subscribing, I would really appreciate that. What a first video of 2025. My goal, because I only made 9 videos last year, my goal for this year is 15. That's 1 a month, and then like some months I make 2. I think that's doable. And I didn't even wait till the last day of January to post this one, so we're off to a roaring start. I'm not even gonna get into his love for Caitlin Clark and how it seems like she's the only WNBA player he likes. I'm not gonna get into it. Somebody else can make that video. It's looking like there will be a 2026 WNBA season, which I'm very happy about. It seems like the sides are getting closer together, and whether or not that's actually true, I have no idea. I'll put it official right now. I enjoyed Heated Rivalry. I think it is a good television show, and I'm glad people are watching it a lot. Again, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.